What is up, everybody? J Nell here with my UFC 193 recap video. I hope you saw it. After going 6 for 6 last week, I only got 2 out of 5, so not my best night. Real quick, I don't bet on fights. I think some of you think that I do. My prediction video is littered with like, haha, you lost. No, I didn't. I didn't lose any money. I didn't lose anything. And losing money is the only reason to get upset over losing a prediction. Now, I am still surprised that I lost the first 2 fights, though. I wasn't expecting that. First up, I chose Stefan Struve to beat Jared Rosholt. He did not. I think Jared thought that Stefan would come out swinging because Jared kind of laid back for a second before he ended up getting up against the fence, taking him down, ground and pound, and winning the first 2 rounds. Third round comes, Stefan's like, you know what? I think I'll fight and use my 7-foot frame. And he started tagging Jared from a distance. He nearly finished Jared in the 3rd round. Why he waited until the 3rd round to start fighting? I have no idea. Again, it's not like Jared jumped on him. He had time to start fighting, to be first in the 1st round. He chose not to. Stefan, I'm so fresh. I was off this train, and then I got back on the train. Now I'm off the train. Stefan, do what you got to do. Move down to Florida. Train with the Black Zillions full time. You're 28. You still have time. Get it together. Next up, I chose Uriah Hall to beat Robert Whittaker. He did not. I wasn't surprised by this because I think Robert Whittaker is actually underrated. This was a very competitive fight, though, very close. And Uriah, he's frustrating because he shows us shades of brilliance and then he has mental lapses. I don't want to take anything away from Robert, but Robert was first. Uriah started slow. Robert owned that 1st round. He was first to the punch. He held the center of the octagon, controlled the pace. He was first. Uriah came back in the 2nd round, won the 2nd round, even opened up Robert Whittaker in the 2nd round. 3rd round, they both came out swinging. Both were throwing blows, and the energy kind of went back and forth. So the 3rd round could have went either way, and it went in the way of Robert Whittaker. What I'm saying about Uriah is you can't afford to give up a round. You're not Anderson Silva, and he eventually paid for that. The middleweights are good. You can't get behind a round. You don't have enough time to catch up. They won't let you catch up. So you have to be first. You have to start strong. And I don't know what it's going to take for your mental to match your physical. But when it does, if it ever does, sheesh, you could be champion. So who would you like to see Robert Whittaker fight next? Also, who would you like to see Jared Rosholt fight next? Now, I got this pick. I chose Mark Hunt to beat Antonio Bigfoot Silva. He did. Although it ended in the 1st round, I thought it would be a longer fight. It wasn't the hardest shot. It was a well-placed shot. He hit Bigfoot like up and behind the temple right about here. It stunned Bigfoot. He literally like stopped for like a whole second, and then Mark was able to just jump on him. Ref got in there, stopped the fight. Great win for Mark Hunt. Who would you like to see him fight next? He's back. Shallow weight division. So, I got this next pick. Co-main event. And still, UFC Women's Strawweight Champion, Joanna Jedrzejczyk. And this is the only fight that actually kind of went the way I thought it would. She retained her title against Valerie Letourneau. I said this would be a competitive fight for about 2 rounds, and then she would begin to beat Valerie up, and that's what happened. Valerie actually won the 1st round, though. She caught a kick from Joanna, took her down, even had position up against the fence. She won the 1st round. 2nd round is where it began to change. Joanna landed a kick to the face, turned her whole head to the side. That was kind of the beginning of the end. Joanna, I knew she'd be faster, but she was even more faster. She's like a Muay Thai boxer hybrid. She's not flat-footed like Muay Thai fighters are. She has gliding footwork and swift, quick angles. She has quick hand speed, foot speed, and body movement. Again, she's like a Muay Thai boxer hybrid. She broke her in the 3rd round. She landed a kick to the body. You saw the spirit come out of Valerie. She went, and then she shelled up and became a counterpuncher for the remainder of the fight. Even when she tried to initiate exchange, it was hesitant. She would try to hit her while trying not to get hit. She broke her with that body kick in the 3rd round and began to beat her up. Black and blue eyes, knots all over her face. Joanna had some knots on her forehead from the shots that were gliding off, but that's it. Joanna is that chick. Who would you like to see her fight next? I would like to see her fight Claudia Gadelha. Hopefully her hand is fixed. But who would you like to see Joanna Jedrzejczyk fight next? Now, main event, and I did not get this pick. And the new UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion, Holm. She dethroned the queen, Ronda Rousey, in devastating fashion. Let's get into it. First, well, actually, real quick, Holly, my bad. I did not do my proper research. I watched all of your MMA fights, but I actually didn't watch any of her boxing and kickboxing, and that is my fault. I knew she would be bigger than Ronda, but she was actually even bigger than I thought. I knew she'd be as strong as Ronda, but she was stronger than Ronda. I knew she was fast and quick kicks, but her hand speed's way quicker than I gave her credit for. She's just quicker, period, than I thought she was. So my bad, Holly Holm. And when I think about it, it's actually not that much of an upset. This is how it went down. By mid-fight, I was screaming, Ronda, stop chasing her. When you chase a boxer, you're chasing them in their world. They can see the fight better than you. They're quicker than you. Their footwork is better. She'll get out of the way of the aggression and then tag you. And that's what Holly did. She got out of the way of the aggression and tagged her. She got out of the way of the takedown attempts, everything. She took her down once. Holly Holm just kind of stood up and shook her off because she was stronger than Ronda, which I wasn't expecting either. So mid-round, I was screaming, Ronda, stop chasing her. Mid-round, Holly had her bleeding, busted open. Mid-round, I knew we have a new champion. I knew by mid-round we had a new champion because the game plan just wasn't there. I don't know if she got emotional and got away from the game plan, but you don't chase a boxer. Whew. You box to get in there. You walk them down to get in there. She got desperate. Second round comes out, desperate. Holly Holm connected with a two-piece that spun her around. Then Holly spun her back around, connected with a kick, neck and head that knocked her the out. Sleep. Knocked her onto the canvas, came down with the raining shots plus 2 hammer fists that were not needed at all. New champion. Congratulations, Holly Holm. Real quick, to those of you who are rejoicing in Ronda's demise and who think that she shouldn't come back, are you crazy? Let's not act like Ronda's not the reason why the UFC has women's MMA. Let's not act like Ronda's not the reason why women's MMA is in the limelight. Okay? It's not just because of her skill, it was because of her star power. Something Holly Holm does not have. I hate to say it, Holly Holm doesn't have star quality. And that's a problem when you're trying to sell something new. MMA is actually new when you're talking about mainstream. Women's MMA, even newer, and there's only 2 weight divisions. So when you only have 2 champions with something that's new, you got to be more than just an excellent fighter. You got to be a star. You got to have everything. Look, case in point, Mighty Mouse, the flyweight champion, the most skilled fighter in all of the UFC. No one watches him fight. They walk away, they leave during his fights because A, he's so much better than his opponents, and 2, he's not dynamic in the ring because he's so fast you don't see everything. Plus he's so much better, so he's not dynamic inside of the octagon like a Joanna, and he's not charismatic, unfortunately. He's getting better, but he's not. So because of that, people don't tune in. So Holly being skillful isn't good enough. Look, the women's MMA just got in the limelight and I'm not ready to let it go. Holly, you didn't just become the bantamweight champion. You became women's MMA. You got some big shoes to fill. You can't just be a good athlete. You got to make people want to watch you. Ronda was breaking records, pay-per-view views, attendance records. People were tuning in to watch her win and tuning in to watch her lose. She elicited an emotional response, and that is money. Whether you like her or you hate her, it's money. Holly doesn't elicit any emotional response. You don't like her or hate her, and that's bad for business. That's bad for something that's new, a sport that's new. Do you really think Holly Holm's going to be at WrestleMania like Ronda was? Do you really think Holly Holm is going to be trusted to headline a pay-per-view? Do you really think Holly Holm's going to start doing movies? Come on, I'm not trying to knock Holly Holm. I'm just saying, Holly, you need to get interesting because women's MMA just got to the forefront and I'm not ready to let it go because we have a champion that nobody wants to watch. Just like Mighty Mouse. So that's what I'm saying. You got big shoes to fill. You need to start some controversy. And I don't normally recommend that, but you need it. We need it. We only got 2 champs, 2 women's champs. We can't afford for one of them to be a dud. Like it or hate it. When Ronda said that she could beat Floyd Mayweather and Cain Velasquez, the world lost their mind. Football players were chiming in. Everyone was chiming in on Ronda Rousey. People who have never seen a fight know Ronda Rousey. And that has to continue. Holly needs to continue that. Ronda, you need to come back and you need to be better because we need your star power. Let's keep it real. You take Ronda out of the women's bantamweight division, there's no reason to watch it. Yeah, I said it. I'm not knocking Holly. I'm just saying when you have something that's new and you only have 2 champions, you can't just be skilled. You have to be a star. Her nickname is boring, the preacher's daughter, unless she's a freak. And if so, let it out. Leak some pictures, something. Get us talking about you. Top Ronda. Say you could have beaten Muhammad Ali in his prime. Say you could beat Muhammad Ali in his prime. Get us talking. Make us want to watch you. You need to be a star, not just a champion. You're not just the women's champion. You are women's MMA now. Welcome to Ronda's world. You now have that pressure. You now have that weight of carrying an entire wing of MMA. Stir it up. Get your McGregor on. Now, let me know how you done on your picks. Let me know any injury updates. Let me know what you thought about my big spiel there. I'm serious. It's not about Ronda becoming champ again. We need stars. Holly, you got to get interesting. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram where I have exclusive 15-second prediction and recap videos. Subscribe, like, talk to me, take care, and goodbye.